To our children. Today is February 23rd, and our topic is vigilance. I'm Dhamma Bum, and I'll be your guide for today's guided meditation. And thank you for coming. Last week we did one-pointedness and practice. Today we are taking a look at vigilance and discernment. And we would encourage people to check out the description boxes for today and previous episodes. There's a lot of information about Buddhism and meditation practice that might be useful to you. When you come in, please shoot us a note. We'd like to see who's here. We can't see it from our phone. Mondays, we look at the coming week and we try to prepare ourselves for the events that lie before us. Tomorrow, sometime, the CC, the closed caption version with a transcript will be available. It'll be probably 24 hours before that happens. And the reason that we do this guided meditation is in the hopes that people who participate will develop their own practice in their own home, in your own garden, wherever, and like that. Anyway, meditation, just as a reminder, has two parts. The first part is samatha, or serenity, and that's what we do to calm down and get into the groove. And about halfway through, we'll shift to panya, or wisdom. Some people say vipassana, but it always goes in that direction. First we get calm, then we wise up. It's never vice versa. Wisdom never arises from a mind in turmoil. So, with that, on my mark. Please find yourself in a quiet spot. Spine straight, shoulders back. Lower your chin towards your chest and let your hands rest in your lap or on your thighs or your knees. Close your eyes and mouth gently and imagine a ball of white light, an inch or two, 3 to 5 centimeters beneath your nostrils. Inhale through your nose. Watch it go down past your heart to your stomach and back out the same way. Inhale in through your nose. Watch it go down past your heart to your stomach and back out the same way. Just take smooth, natural breaths for you. Don't worry about how fast or slow, deep or shallow they might be. When outside thoughts intrude, gently brush them aside, thinking to yourself, no, that's not my business. I'm focused on my breath as it goes in through my nose, down past my heart to my stomach, and back out the same way. As we go through our meditation today, try to empty your mind and focus. As usual on Monday, we start with the Dhammapada, verses 1 and 2. Mind is the forerunner of all things. Think and act with a corrupt heart, and sorrow will follow, as surely as the cart follows the ox that pulls it. Mind is the forerunner of all things. Think and act with a pure heart, and happiness will follow as surely as one's never departing shadow. So we are taught that our mind creates our moods, our delusions, obsessions, and we meditate to calm our mind and tame our heart. We are as happy as we want to be. Our attitude is entirely up to us, and we are not the boss. We look at our thoughts, we examine them, we see them for what they are, and we let them go. If we let go a little, we get a little serenity. If we let go a lot, we get a lot of serenity. And if we let go completely, that is, if we accept life on life's terms, we get complete serenity. We need to say a word about the human condition. Our human existence consists of 5 khandhas, or clinging aggregates, and they are the body, our feelings, memories and perceptions, thoughts, and consciousness. And they are all impermanent, unsatisfactory, and not the self. We are told that the 5 khandhas are like a lump of molten lead, too hot to touch. We cannot touch it on the top or on the sides. We cannot touch it on the bottom. There's no place we can touch the lump of molten lead without burning ourselves badly. And so it is with the 5 khandhas. We look at them, we see them for what they are, and we let them go. We'd like to remind folks about the monkey mind. And the monkey mind is busy flitting from one mood to the next, never stable, never content, just going back and forth. And our thoughts, which are like self-licking ice cream cones, and mostly they get themselves busy trying to suck up to our ever-changing moods, our obsessions of the mind. And our monkey mind and our thoughts are also impermanent, unsatisfactory, and not the self. We can look at them, see them for what they are, and let them go. Or as I heard someone say the other day, let go or get dragged. The choice is yours. As meditators, we have 3 duties. Our first duty is mindfulness. In this group, we focus on the ball of light and the Dhamma talk. Not to get attached to the Dhamma talk, but to let the words wash over us and sink in. Our second duty is collectedness, or concentration. When outside issues intrude, as they will do, we gently brush them aside, thinking, no, that's not my business. I'm focused on my breath as it goes in through my nose, down past my heart to my stomach, and back out the same way. And our last duty is contentment. And this means being content now. It doesn't mean I'll be content tomorrow or the day after tomorrow. If we're content now, we're content now. If we're not content, then we're not content. We say, no, I'm not fearful or angry or resentful. I'll be content tomorrow. Well, for fearful, angry, resentful people now, that's how we are. That's a choice. In a word, mindfulness, collectedness, and contentment. In a word, you could say blissful. And as we go through this week and today, we stitch together these little bubbles of bliss. And as if by magic, we look up and hours have gone past. And we haven't had a resentful, angry, fearful thought. And that's the point. So this week, let's try to be aware, to be mindful. Here are 4 tips. Let's be impeccable in our speech. Let's say what we mean what we say, but don't say it mean. Second, let's not assume. I don't know about you, but I'm a rotten mind reader. When I assume, I make an ass of you and me. Q-tip. Quit taking it personally. Whatever else the universe may or may not be, it doesn't exist to screw up Dhamma Bums Week, I assure you, or yours. And finally, let's do our best. Let's think about the consequences of our acts as we go through today. And my response to what is happening right now, is it going to be like a hat, a haircut, or a tattoo? Because there's a difference. If my response is like a hat, and I come home and I look in the mirror and I go, God, what a dumb hat, I can just toss the hat away. No harm, no foul. If I come home and I look in the mirror after a haircut and I say, oh, wow, that's a lousy haircut, I might want to run outside and get that hat and wear that for a couple of weeks until my hair grows in. But if I get a tattoo of a tarantula on my forehead, this is going to require a lot more work. So let's be careful about what our reactions are as we move into panya or wisdom. Last week was one-pointedness. This week we're working on vigilance and discerning right from wrong. February, our theme is right view. This is the world we live in. We live in a world of consequences. We don't live in a parallel universe. And this, when we have right view, see the world the way it is, this leads to right intentions. We need to do right as much as we can. Now, the noble ones say, not for sure. But we need to make the effort. This is why we meditate, to screen ourselves. We can mitigate harm by applying our insights only to ourselves. We're not here to judge other people. So let's look at discernment and vigilance. We have to start with, what do we think is important? Dhammapada 9 through 11. Those who consider the inessential to be essential and see the essential as inessential don't reach the essential, living in the field of wrong intention. Those who know the essential to be essential and the inessential as inessential reach the essential, living in the field of right intention. This reminds me of the Steely Dan song. I don't remember the title. The things they think are precious, I don't understand. We need to get the right tool for the job. Do we want a big house and a new car every year and a bunch of friends who have a big house and a new car every year? Or do we want to be at peace? You decide. Right view means distinguishing between the essential and the inessential. And this is absolutely critical to our practice of the Eightfold Path. Remember, there are 3 subsidiary streams within the Eightfold Path. One is sila, or ethical conduct, right speech, right action, right livelihood. We need to act right. If we're living a double life, we're not acting right. We're keeping secrets. We're one person to the boys and a different person to the girls and another person to the dusky pal down at the bar. Then we're not living transparently. And this means it's going to be awful hard for us to meditate. The second, if we are living, it doesn't have to be perfect, but if we're making a good faith effort to engage in ethical conduct, then we can sit in samadhi or meditation. That's what we're doing right now. Right effort, right mindfulness, and right concentration. And if we're doing that, then and only then, panya or wisdom can arise. Let's be clear. The noble ones teach us the path is as narrow and difficult to walk as a razor's edge. So we need to pay attention. We never know for sure, but to the best of our ability, what do we think the next right thing is? So we have to determine for ourselves, not for other people, what is important to me. And then we have to do it. We must be vigilant about our attitude. Dhammapada 292 and 293. The toxins multiply for the insolent and the negligent, who reject what they should do and do instead what they should not. But the toxins come to an end for those who are mindful and alert, who are constantly well engaged with mindfulness of the body, who don't resort to what they should not do, but persist in doing what they should. And just by the way, the Buddha did not say, go ahead and do what you want all the time. Dhammapada 25 and 26. Through effort, vigilance, restraint, and self-control, the wise person can become an island no flood will overwhelm. Unwise, foolish people give themselves over to negligence. The wise protect vigilance as the greatest treasure. So we need to remain alert. The best guard we know of against a toxic attitude is to always be mindful of the divine spark in others. If we are treating our loved ones, the people that we meet, in the same way that we would treat God, if we're speaking with someone, that's exactly who we are speaking with, is God. God acts through other people. In Panya, as we go through this week, we might, and this applies in our meditation, it applies in our daily actions. We contemplate our actions. We might observe, for example, the mind is thinking of an outcome that makes me look good, bad, ridiculous. Let it go. The mind is projecting fear or blaming others. It's in a good, bad, angry, jealous mood. Let that go. What do we know about moods? They are impermanent, unsatisfactory, and not the self. The mind is inciting me to find fault in my family, workplace, country. Let that go. Mindfulness can lead to spiritual insight into our intentions, our actions on our side of the street, but it's not licensed to diagnose or criticize other people. So let's keep our judgments only on our own behavior. So this week, if you find yourself restless, irritable, or discontent, please take a breath, step into the next room, sit down and put your earphones in. Imagine a ball of light an inch or two below your nostrils. Breathe in through your nose. Watch it go down past your heart to your stomach and back out the same way. Namaste. Okay. Thank you for coming. Our next meditation will be Friday, February 27th. That'll be our last meditation of the month. And that'll be at 3:45 p.m. Japan time. And if you're already here, you know how to get here. If you're listening to this after, please check the Daily Dhamma for today, the 23rd of February. There's a neat little 3-step procedure for getting into the live stream. Thanks to the guy who did it, you know who you are. If this has been useful, please subscribe, give us a like, a comment, share this with others, or consider giving us a super thanks. And thank you for being here. Namaste.